Hello and welcome to Casting Roles. We are a bunch of theater nerds who play Dungeons and Dragons, and thank you for joining us for our episode of Terminus, our Planeswalking campaign. If you're liking the show, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And if you want to find us on social media, we're on Twitter at Casting Roles and on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Casting Roles ILM. Our videos are uploaded on YouTube every Friday. But let's go ahead and start the show. So agency members, after successfully winning the favor of Bahamut and then heading to the battle realm of Acheron, where you fought on behalf of Tyr, overcoming some trials and tribulations from Ronan and Danny's pasts, you gained your third soul anchors, and now Kiv, Ronan, and Danny are tethered to the time stream and leaving only Sarah G left untethered. And you were whisked away to the a new realm, which you did determine was Mechanus, but kind of upgraded and changed from the clockwork reality that it was 500 years or so. They've now got dial-up, and so you are kind of sitting on a mainframe of a computer, but it is in the form of city streets that are lined with copper, and the buildings themselves are these metallic things that rise up out of the ground. And each of you kind of look around and notice that you look a little bit different because you have transformed to take on the realm of living in this giant supercomputer. So before we dive into Mechanus, as you're looking around at each other, what do we see? Ronan, what does Ronan look like in Mechanus?
Ronan looks like, if you've seen Fong from the show Reboot, he is like very spindly around a like square body spectacles, but instead of the red and purple and gold of Fong, it's a lot of white and blues, like kind of matching his previous doctor's coat and the blue of his spectacles.
All right.
I believe they are blue. They're blue or green.
Yeah. Danny, what about Danny?
So Danny looks like a Star Fox character. He's like a little purple polygon cat. And he's got like big under eye circles. Kind of like Animal Crossing mixed with that.
But Animal Crossing, but with Star Fox 64 graphics.
Yes, exactly.
Sarah G.
Imagine the Fallout 2 character, but blown up.
Yeah.
That blue with orange instead of yellow, but that's still very blocky. Curves are more from shading than from actually being curves, that kind of thing.
All right. And Kiv.
I think Kiv is coming out looking like Enzo did after he was cycled through the web.
Oh,
game
hell
hopping.
yeah.
Very like buff, but instead of a cool gun, he's got like his cool crystal saber.
His laser
like
sword.
Buff.
His glitch.
Yeah.
Lord. I'm glad we have two Reboot fans on that side of the screen.
So.
Oh my gosh.
No idea.
Oh, we're gonna have some fun later, Ace.
Man.
Oh,
It is
We
peak
should do
late
a reboot
90s.
watch through.
Yeah,
Reboot
it's
watch
imagine
through.
Reboot doing Fallout.
Yeah. Love it.
So
I mean, this is probably one of the games that dropped onto main. They probably played Fallout.
Probably.
That's probably true.
yeah, it's similar period.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So as you kind of all materialize in the space and you're looking around at each other and noticing your transformed changes, you do notice that, I mean, you're on a city street here, and there are small creatures, entities kind of making their way from doorstop to doorstop. There's a couple that have like stalls where they're selling goods and things. But these are modrons, and they come in various different shapes and sizes. There's some that are circular, some that are kind of more have multiple sides and edges based on their complexity of their design. But they are very polygonal. Most of them have single eyes, or maybe like 2 eyes or 3, depending on the type of creature that they are. But they are just kind of going about their business until like one or a couple of them do like look up the street and see you all, and then like immediately start to like slowly back away from the strangers who have arrived on this city street here in Mechanus. But what would you all like to do?
I picture the
Come in
Modrons
peace.
being like from Girl Genius, the little clanks that Agatha has made that follow her around, like Castle Heterodyne, the little
Oh yes.
No.
the little wind up things with like you said, one eye.
Yep.
And
If you haven't ever Googled a Modron, you can Google. They kind of look like that, but then mix them. They merge perfectly well with the reboot world. So.
Dude, they're great.
Do we full heal from last session, or are we?
Yeah, you get the
are
effects
we-
of a long rest
Okay.
during the transposition from one realm to the next.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
All right, let me just do that real
Beautiful.
quick.
Yep.
Real quick.
Kiv, what were you saying you wanted to do?
I was just saying we come in peace to the natives.
You come in peace. And you hear like the one closest to you kind of like pauses for a second, hears you say that, and then goes, "Ah!" and then just turns around and starts running away in the opposite direction.
Your mic peaked and it had this like electronic sound to
It
it.
did.
Which
Perfect.
was perfect.
Perfect.
Like what they were
That's
going for.
crazy.
Perfect. I'm adding in post.
Yeah. I want to look around and see if there's like a tech hub map or something here.
Okay, go ahead and make an investigation check, Danny. Or
Now that we know this is your thing.
You said you helped me. I rolled a 29.
a 29. So with a 29, you're kind of looking around, and it's very odd because the signage on the shops are, like it looks like the signage over a sandwich shop in Mechanus or in a Terminus, but they like it's called like Bits and Bites, or there's like a general store on the corner. There's like kind of just hubbub little shops and things. You seem to have arrived in a residential area of Mechanus, and you don't see anything that like screams to you like information portal or technology portal or anything like that. But with a 29, Danny, you do realize that you are standing on a motherboard, and there are circuitry lines running literally everywhere in this city.
2 questions.
Yeah.
Things are written so that we can read it and not in binary.
It's not written in binary, but that's only because there's automatic translation happening for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Danny, who can
and
read binary,
second one,
it is written in binary for you. Yeah.
How tall are we in comparison to the Modrons and the stores? Basically, are we giants? Are we normal sized?
You are about, so like the Modrons are probably about waist high to Sarah G. And then the buildings look like they were built for them. So they probably, instead of like a 10-foot first floor, might only have like a 8 or 7-foot first floor.
Okay.
I may be non-binary, but I know what this says. Don't worry, guys.
He's got the jokes.
There you go. So Danny, you get the sense that anything that you could find to plug into, you could potentially have access to a greater level of information through the circuitry of the city.
Okay, cool. So we can trace along those to like find a plug-in spot?
Yeah, sure. You see like the the lines kind of run. There's a series of lines that are running straight down from you, and there's a few that are connecting to the buildings here, but you don't notice any like obvious connection ports. Like maybe the connections are happening underneath the buildings. So you guys keep wandering down a little while.
Yeah, and you see Danny's like really excited. He's like, "You don't understand. This whole thing's a motherboard. This is crazy. Like, I understand what every part of this thing is."
And you keep moving, and you turn a corner, and you start to hear the sound of music playing as from atop a series of buildings, like down this street. You see a kind of a piece that runs perpendicular to the street and has these like jagged edges that are poking into the street, and there's a building built on top of these other buildings, and there seems to be like music coming from there, and you can tell that there's a music store here, and then like off on the other side of this split going the other direction, you see video display screens everywhere, as you can kind of tell that these are representations of a sound card and a video card plugged into the motherboard here, but they are represented here as like an entertainment store and an arcade on one side, and then there's like a music store with like that's selling music or playing music or whatever off to the other side.
I kind of wanted to check out that music store.
Sure, let's see what kind of music they
Yeah. Let's check out this
enjoy
royalty-free music store.
Royalty-free music store.
It's called Napster.
It's called Napster. All right, so you head down that road a little ways, and everywhere you're looking, you're seeing the little Modrons who are noticing your arrival are kind of peeling off and heading inside their buildings, and the doors are kind of closing up and down until eventually like this street is mostly empty of Modrons. And then you arrive at the perpendicular building that kind of bisects this street, and there is a doorway there that goes inside. And the moment you go in, you all step on this like elevator that is just an energy column that lifts you up to the building proper up above, and the music getting louder as you approach. And then you step out, and before you, what you thought was perhaps a music store, because this looked like a shopping district, is a nightclub. There are just hundreds of Modrons dancing in the middle to this like techno beat, like really early 90s. Like this is Sandstorm is playing. Darude is playing in the background, and there's kind of a light show happening here, and this whole vibe is there, and you're kind of looking around, and there's a shallow area where hundreds of Modrons are dancing, and what you notice is like if you've been to a nightclub in Terminus, there's various different levels of like this person is dancing, this person really can't dance but wishes they could, like that person like came off of Do You Think You Could Dance, like the different levels of quality in a dance floor in Terminus. What you immediately notice is it's like watching a group of people who practice the cha-cha slide like religiously, and they are all moving in exactly the same moves at exactly the same times with the exact same motions and like the frame of motion like perfectly. So it's like this sea of movement. It's like watching the Chinese opening ceremonies of the Olympics, like the drummers
It's the bar scene from
It's
Ants.
Space Invaders as they're marching
the
down.
bar scene from Ants, yeah, absolutely. But they're all like perfectly organized and in line to the beat. And let's see if anybody immediately notices your arrival at the dance floor. No, they are engrossed in dancing and they don't notice.
Hell yeah.
And then around that circular pit where the dancing is happening, there are bars kind of set up with people bartending and people getting Modrons getting drinks. And you do see kind of like a raised dais in the back where there seems to be a couple Modrons who have more sides than others that you've seen, who are just kind of sitting and like looking out over what's happening down below in the bar.
I'm gonna
It wants to kind of start jamming with them. See if I can fit in with the beat.
Make a performance check.
Oh shit!
Danny's watching you. Watching you
Is not-
judgmentally.
Is Danny recording this?
Oh yeah.
This is
It's
going
get
on
you some
stream.
clicks.
This is going on the blog. I'm starting to type epic fail.
Like already.
Yeah, I'm already
Oh,
typing it. Oh,
nine.
A
I was-
9. Okay. So as like
It's right foot, left stomp. Right foot, left
starts
stomp.
moving to the beat, and kind of gets a little off the pace of the beat, and it's not because Kiv's necessarily a bad dancer, it's just because he doesn't know the dance. They immediately, like 3 or 4 Modron, like in the immediate vicinity, kind of stop and like turn and look at you, like with a weird expression on their face as you're dancing, Kiv.
Enjoying it, man. Just feel the beat.
Can I try to
grooving.
dance with Kiv to help him get back on the beat?
Yeah, you can try. Go ahead and make a
Okay.
performance check.
I rolled a natural 20. I want you all to know that makes
Oh
that
my
makes
God.
listen, that makes a 30 fucking 4. I want you to
34.
I want you to realize how crisp, clean, how well, how many TikTok dances I've memorized.
Yeah.
The second.
It's
The
go ahead, Ronan.
Go
Yeah.
ahead, Josh.
Okay, I was gonna say, it's like the Kiv is probably like a more like freestyle dancer. Danny knows how to learn steps and knows how to learn like key, like you do this and then this and then this, and then you upload the video and it gets likes. And so quickly learns the dance moves and helps Kiv get into the motion. And then the moment that you like lock into the pattern that everyone else is dancing in, the Modrons that were drawn attention to your presence immediately go back and they start dancing again in sequence along with everyone else.
It's like
and I'm
Dance
typing-
Dance Revolution.
Yeah, there you
I'm
go. Very
typing,
Dance Dance Revolution.
I'm typing
Damn.
epic fail, turned win! Exclamation marks.
Let's see.
The second
Kid is
coming of
highly
Daft
impressed.
Chat
Punk
approved.
takes to the dance.
Highly impressed.
It's hot to go.
All right.
Hey, Joe, T.
It's hot to go, gosh. But you're looking out, and so Kiv and Danny are dancing. Ronan, Sarah G, kind of looking at around the bar. I mean, there's those various different places around the bar that are there for you if you want to explore or check into anything.
These like supervisors. I want to go like investigate them.
Okay, so you make your way up.
I go with.
Okay, so as Kiv and Danny are dancing, you kind of make your way up these stair. So there's the sunken section for the dance floor, then there's the raised section where there's bars, and then you kind of make your way up the steps to this like half balcony that oversees the whole floor area. And as you are going up the steps, these 2 larger Modron figures pop up and immediately kind of cross old style like spears, basically, and kind of cross them for a second. And they look at you both and say, "What business do you have in here?"
Going to try to get through by singing and then dancing to Better, Faster, Stronger by Daft Punk. It's in their programming. They have to do the like step dance. So like I'm just gonna look them in the eye.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, work it, make it, do it, makes us.
Something Ronan does notice is that, I mean, like even the spear guys have more sides than the ones on the floor area. So they might be like a higher level, but go ahead and make a performance check.
Can I make a deception check?
You are dancing and singing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fair enough.
Welcome to performing, baby.
That's an 11.
11. So they immediately kind of cross their sabers even more, or their spears even more, and they say, the dance floor is further down. I ask again, why are you coming up the stairs?
We're new to we're new to this world, and we're trying to figure out how to go. And we may or may not have money to spend at the bar, but we don't know. So we figured we talk to the people in charge, and they seem to be the obviously one here because they're more multi-sided.
I'm gonna keep dancing.
Keep dancing. The one that kind of just like turns away from Ronan and looks to Sarah G, and says, well, if you would like to find out if your money is good at the bar, then you can go to the bar and check there. If you would like to speak to the spokesmodrons, then perhaps you need a more clear reason for why you would be approaching them.
Sarah G launches into an explanation of trying to get tethered because they're from the prime material plane, and just goes on. I would do it. Jace could do it.
Jace could, yeah.
Jace could do this speech. I am not that good.
All right, so these Modron, these are duodrons. They immediately kind of are listening, but the moment you say prime material plane, there's like a click in their programming, and their scepters come across, and they put them down. The chosen ones have come. The chosen ones have come. You may pass. Is it only the two of you?
There are two more on the dance floor getting with the beat because they're, really into that sort of thing. And we figured we'd blend in with the locals that way and learn your ways. And plus dancing's really cool. And Danny's marking up major points on the stream.
I don't know what that means. they don't have streaming.
You see Danny's getting it. Danny is fucking killing it.
Danny, I picture Danny is now leading variations in the dance, and all the Modrons are following.
Yeah, it's a slight wave in the change. Like if you make too big of a change too quickly, the Modrons will freak out. So if you're making just a slight change, they're able to kind of come along with you. All right, but so the two duodrons say okay, and they let you up the stairs, and you can approach the top where these are. Whereas the other Modrons have been kind of circular or like slightly rectangular, these are both the two ones that have more sides are looking over these. These are tridrons. So they have like pyramidal body shapes. So they have many more angles and sides than the ones below. But they are like... If you could dress Scarface as a Modron, like they're definitely like wearing very flashy. Their gold is very flashy on their bodies. Whereas a lot of the other Modrons are more like silvery in color or copper. They have multiple arms, and their arms have gold rings running up both arms on both sides, and they are holding drinks in their hands. And then there's a couple Monodrons kind of going around filling up their drinks. But this is when you first notice
a pile of silica dust on the table.
Yes, they're absolutely so like a thermal paste like in the corner. But you notice here that the drinks, for the first time, probably good that you didn't go to the bar to buy a drink, because as they're filling them up, neither, I don't think Sarah G or Ronan have enough computer know-how to know exactly what you're looking at. But there's this weird, like, when they pour it out, it's like this energy that's pouring into the glass. And they never even take a drink of it, but you do see like the energy slowly drains as if they were drinking from the glasses. And
like a battery or something.
Yeah, something similar, or like a data stream or something like that. Yeah. So as you approach, the two tridrons kind of they're lounging on these oddly shaped couches, very rectangular and cubic, and they kind of...
Did you tell us to come with you, or are we dancing still?
Yeah, we
didn't tell you to come with us.
Yeah, you're still
dancing. We're still dancing.
Okay.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw them go through the stair. You could join if you'd
I
like.
don't know what they're fucking doing. I'm going to wait to make sure they don't get in trouble first.
Perfect. So the Tridrons, one of them immediately kind of speaks up and addresses the two of you, and they say, odd information coming through. Why would they believe that you are the chosen ones?
I'm not entirely sure what the chosen ones in your world are, but we are from the prime material plane.
That would be it.
How do you choose a chosen one?
They have to come from the material plane. At least that's according to the words of Mechanus.
Are there any other words of Mechanus that pertain to the chosen?
Well, the problem is that, and you see as he starts to talk about it, there's a moment where like you see a glitch happens. So all of this is computer generated, and you see him kind of like, as he's talking, he says, well, it's hard because since they in the face, the problem with the words are that they are and like he's like glitching out and like going weird as he's talking about it.
I think we need Danny. Maybe he can understand them or fix them.
I think you might be right. I'm going to take my I've got reboot equivalent of all my inventory, I guess.
Yeah, you still have all your equipment and gear.
I'm going to take like a little like doctor's pen light, like flashlight out. And you said they're on like a balcony?
Yeah, they're kind of like on a raised platform balcony that overlooks the dance floor. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to like flash the flashlight angled at like Danny so they can see me like blinking a light at them from the balcony.
Every single Modron on the dance floor stops, turns, and looks up at the flashing light, and they go, "Oh, the light!"
You threw off my groove. So Josh, I was performing for a minute. Can I have 4 Modrons make a Wisdom saving throw DC 17? I assume they all fail that.
Yeah, sure. Well, one got a natural 20.
Okay.
Failure. And that's a 12. So failure.
All right. These 3 are charmed by me.
They're charmed by you. Okay. So as you
when else will you get a creature to listen to you perform for 1 minute? This is the most useless skill.
Just make sure that the Modron are not immune to being charmed.
Yeah, are they immune to charm? That'd be really embarrassing, actually, Josh.
Let's see.
Hey Modron, please be charmed by me.
I don't.
Please clap.
So embarrassing.
If is charmed by you.
Oh, thanks, Kiv. Kiv is one creature. True, I could charm you.
They are immune to being charmed, but they are impressed by your move, and like they are copying your dance moves. So, like at the very least, like Danny has had an impression on the Modrons.
All right, I'll settle for Kiv being.
But the moment Ronan stops flashing the light, they all kind of turn back and they go back immediately to dancing on the dance floor, almost as if like that's their programming. So
nice.
And the light only briefly interrupted that. So Danny, Kiv, you got the flash from Ronan up at the top.
Sure. All right, Kiv, let's go bail him out.
All right. Time to flex some muscle.
Danny, Kiv, as you're walking up the steps, the two the quadrons at the top, they both kind of like, they immediately go, the chosen ones as you're walking by.
Yeah, I am the chosen one. Thank you. It's glad someone finally gets it. All
right, and then you approach, and Danny, as you approach, one of the Tridrons immediately says, and Sarah G and Ronan, you'd pick up on like that it seems to have been caught in a loop. So he goes back and he's like, well, the problem with the words is that they are, and then they are spread in such a place that as he's glitching out as he's talking about them.
You gotta fix that.
Me? I have to fix it?
I mean, he'd be the best bet. You don't want me to try.
I look at what they're drinking.
Hit him.
So you're seeing like the monodrons are pouring out into these like tall highball glasses. What appears to be, from Danny's perspective, a data stream.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, should I just roll Arcana to see if I know what's wrong with these guys?
Yeah, sure. You can roll Arcana to see if you can determine what's wrong with their computer
I
programming.
got a 22.
Oh.
Nerd mode. I'm in my element. I'm in my fuck. This is my city. Danny's city. All right.
Yeah. Danny, for somebody who knows computers very well, you immediately pick up on that they are experiencing the effects of a virus.
Oh, I see. So y'all are having some malware issues.
But the problem with the words is that they are spread out in such a way that and like they're kind of glitching. They don't recognize, they didn't, neither of them reacted to your comment that they were affected by malware.
Sigura, can you try a healing spell on these guys and see if this fixes the code?
Sure.
I'll help.
Let me.
The two doctors. I don't know if this will work.
I'm looking for like virus signs, like what would be like, the flu, higher temperature, like
Computer virus.
Yeah, I mean, you can try a healing spell.
I'm going to do a greater restoration.
A greater restoration. Okay, so what I need for Sarah Jeet is roll a basically a spell attack roll, but roll with your spell modifier and your spell modifier and proficiency.
Okay. Yeah. My spell attack bonus, you mean?
You can do that one. Because that should be your spell modifier and your proficiency. Yeah.
Yeah. 28.
28. So as you kind of reach out and the Modron or the Tridron is stuck in their loop, you reach out and you kind of touch the metallic portion of one of their arms and release the spell. And for a moment, what you see is that the cup next to them fills back up with liquid or the data stream. And he immediately kind of stops. Reset. Hello, I am a Tridron. Welcome to Mechanus. How can I be of service to you today? Danny, he's been reset to factory settings.
Oh, whoops. What is the chosen one?
Scanning and redeveloping memory banks, articulating splines.
I love a good articulated spline.
He sets the glass down as he's kind of accessing the information. And Danny, there's something off about the data stream that's in the glass. And he kind of steps back. Chosen one. Relatively new terminology in Mechanus in the last 500 years. A belief among some that people from the material plane would come to put Primus back together again.
I see.
Define Primus.
Yeah, I'll mage hand their glasses out of their hands too. And I'm like, I think
the other one is still
Source of your
glitching
problem.
and kind of going through the original speech. But you can make, because he's glitching, you can.
I'll mage it out.
I'll try
the source of your issues may be your bartender.
I'll try a cure wounds on the glitching one, rather than the restoration.
So he comes out of the glitch, but he immediately kind of looks up at you and is just like, they're saying the chosen ones have approached the bar. That's so clever. Well, enjoy the space. Like, he's kind of broken out of the glitch, but he's not like reset like the other one is. But the one is, saying, you said define Primus. And the moment you say kind of define Primus, you get like this, like sound reverberates from the Tridron, and he almost like the divine chord of music kind of playing in the space, and all of the Modrons on the bottom floor immediately kind of drop to one knee, and everyone in the space begins to speak with one voice, in which I closed my window. Why did I do that?
Why did you do that, Josh?
I don't know.
Why did you?
But he's building drama.
Yeah, they all speak with one voice, and they say, definition. You desire a definition. The one and the prime does not require definition.
Okay, chill out.
Parameters.
The one and the prime, the supreme Modron, the god of this world.
Location.
Everywhere, but in pieces.
Location of pieces.
Accessing memory banks. I'm afraid that, and Danny, you notice in the glass that you pulled the one away from the one who'd been greater restoration, and the two glasses look different. As he says accessing memory banks, and he starts to pull this information about the location of the Primus, you see something change within the data stream, and immediately he starts saying locations are in the and he starts glitching out as you've now accessed information that is behind the virus wall.
I explained this to Sarah.
Oh darn, I thought I was onto something. You're so much better than I am at this, but it was kind of fun.
Don't say that. I'm just a VTuber.
Oh, you are so more than that. I watch your stream. You're just amazing. I mean, you've got so many different skills, and you put them to use in such interesting ways. And you've got such an interesting outlook on life. You see things the way that other people don't see them.
Danny like blushes, like is flustered by you saying this.
What is the difference between a VTuber and a YouTuber?
VTuber has the avatar.
Right, but I've seen VTuber videos on YouTube. So like, why?
YouTube is a platform. VTube is a avatar you use to not use your real face.
Okay,
you can be a VTuber on many things. So technically, you could be a VTuber but not a YouTuber, but not a VTuber. But every VTuber is whatever streaming platform they're on.
And YouTube's not a streaming platform.
It is a streaming platform because Twitch. They're gonna get after me for this. Twitch, who we love, has stuff. So people started going to YouTube. I am the youngest one in the call. I am the youngest one in the call.
Basically, YouTube is the way you do it. The VTube is what you're doing.
Also, neither of those exist in this world. So this is.
So like the YouTube is the syringe, the VTuber is the medicine.
Yes.
Okay,
like
I understand.
Deck.
The entire time this conversation is happening, the Tridron behind you is saying locations of in the first location of brain matter location is and arcade, and then the
arcade. Okay.
I heard arcade.
Yeah.
Where's the arcade?
He's still glitching.
And let's try to get one of the little guys to take us there.
You kind of go.
I'll bet it's the.
Oh, go
I'll
ahead.
bet it's the graphics card place that we passed by outside. We're in the kind of audio card place.
Cookie. All right, I'm gonna go ask one of the tiny little things.
Okay.
That I was dancing with to take us.
I mean, what's a graphics card?
What's a graphics card? So as you're kind of walking down the steps, leaving the two glitching like mob boss Modrons behind you, the two on the steps kind of say, well, did they say to help the chosen ones?
Yes.
Oh,
Sure did.
How can we be of assistance?
Danny?
We need to go to the arcade.
Oh, It is on the other end of this street. You would head out of the main entrance, and then directly across is the arcade.
Great gamers, let's go.
So
Right.
you all leave the bar area, go back down the energy chute to the main street, and as you begin to walk down this path, Danny and Kiv, you notice that wherever you walk, instead of turning and running away from you, you notice that any Modron within 30 feet of you stop what they're doing and immediately start going into dance moves.
Yay, they
wherever
love
Danny and
us.
Kiv go. As long as Sarah G and Ronan are not on the outside of your group, as long as it's Kiv and Danny.
Yeah, oh hell yeah, we're on the outside then.
You're not getting the run away in fear. There's something in the matrix of this space that now recognizes you as part of this space.
Hell yeah, they love me.
Awesome. I
But
like these little guys. Look at them.
You charmed the entire world.
all it takes is to sharpen one. They're all connected. And you make your way down the street into the graphics card, which is this multi-story building that has like these giant billboards that are displaying what look like car chases and like first-person kind of shooter things and space flight games, and like all these different things are displayed on the outside. And you can kind of tell that there's like different levels to the arcade. Like the further up you go, there's like sports games happening up there and things. But you're seeing displays of what's happening on the inside.
Trauma Surgeon, maybe?
Surgeon. There's Operation N64 version. But they're just kind of there. And the front entrance is this like, whereas the soundboard was kind of just like an energy chute that took you up. This is like a holographically projected building front with a kind of display that's got designs marching up and down it, like bubbles rising up out of a water on one side and then like lava pouring out of a volcano on the other side. But as you approach, they apart and you kind of can enter into the arcade, and you immediately see just like just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of gaming machines in here. There's like dancing arcade machines. There's machines that have like little race bikes. There's like virtual batting cages. There's like fighter simulation games with the old classic like joystick and 6-button combos. There's a couple little really primitive, like not quite VR, but like think Power Glove SNES generation style games happening in certain places, or like the really old VR setups from like the very early days of when it was just like red light on a red background and you couldn't see what you were doing.
Remember how heavy those were?
They're
Like,
so heavy.
when they were like, you were like 8 or 9 years old and you'd be staring at the floor
Yes.
for 5 seconds because you couldn't keep your head up.
But the floor here is just filled with games, and there are many, Danny, that you recognize as like classic games, like from the very early days of gaming in Terminus. Like back when Terminus was at this level of technology was probably about 500 years ago. And so they are like, you think about like your Atari and your Pac-Man, like early NES games, those are present here, like classics, but they are mix and mingled with all the other games here. Like they would be in the classic classic arcade website that you can play for free in Terminus, but here there's the actual boxes for them.
Ooh, vintage.
And-
I can't even be
Box
cool
games
retro
where the
dad.
boxes are this big.
Yes. But you can see there's not quite as many Modron wandering around here, but there are some like kind of playing different games and things. But it's a much quieter atmosphere than the sound bar where everyone was kind of up and moving. This is like the NVIDIA cluster is much quieter. All right. But yeah, you have the arcade space here before you. What would you like to do?
Is there any game that's like the featured game, like the one that basically, if Primus were to be put in a game.
So go ahead and make an investigation check for me, Sarah.
That one from TNG that everybody gets addicted to, where the ball goes down into the like concentric hole.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
gosh.
is not going to do it. Let me see what my bonus is. Investigation plus 12, so that's only an 18.
18. So you don't get a sense that like any of these games are like one game is like centrally located. But what you do kind of pick up on is that there are quadrants to these, like the gaming setup here, and that like this section that you're currently standing in is very much like racing simulators. There's like, crotch rockets and race cars and like the ones we actually sit down and get into them. And there does seem to be like the newest game is given precedence in this space. And you are looking around the space and you can kind of see that each of the 4 quadrants here have a different game that's like, this is the newest one on the market. And it has it's been given like preferential placement within the area. But other than that, you don't see like one game that's like, this is the game to rule them all.
Are there anything that connects games and all 4 things, like Lord of the Rings, and this is the Lord of the Rings driving game, and this is the Lord of the Rings? Not to use copyrighted material here on the stream. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. Thematically, are there anything connecting them? No, but now that you've asked that question, the old carpeting here, very reminiscent of Aladdin's, like, what was the name of that one that was in the mall? Aladdin's.
I know
the
Aladdin's Castle.
Aladdin's Castle. Whatever the old arcade was that was in every mall in America. That the flooring here has a very unique design that Sarah G wouldn't recognize as being a motherboard, but Danny recognizes the carpet is a motherboard here. And there are very specifically 4 zones on this first floor. And those 4 games that are given primacy within each of those zones are sitting on nodes on the carpet. And those 4 nodes are all connected to each other.
Gosh, I would like to try something.
Okay.
As we're walking past the different machines, you know how like they have the high scoreboard?
Yeah.
Are there the same initials showing up as a high score on like multiple machines?
Go ahead and make an investigation check. Are you checking like any specific machines, or just like in this racing section, you're checking the racing games?
As I'm walking along, following behind Danny, whenever a high score screen pops up, I'm looking for any repetitive like initial or names on the high scoreboard.
Okay, we can just get the sense that you guys maybe make a circuit around the floor to look at
as
the
I'm
four
like
zones.
figuring it out. It takes me a second to piece it together.
As you're rolling, the first section is racing games. The second section is fighting games. The third section are shooters, and the fourth section are dating sims.
I call dating
in an arcade. Interesting.
Yeah,
I got a 14.
A 14. Okay, so you don't, like, as you're looking around the racing section when you're first checking, most of the machines have various different high score sections, and they're all like 0001, 0101. Like they're not similar. But you do notice on like the crotch rocket racing sim, which is the one that's given primacy in that zone, is the only one that has an alphanumeric code as the top number, and it is it's ETH3.
I'm gonna call Danny's attention to it.
What's the top score on each of the other 3 node machines?
Okay, hold on. Okay, so on the racing one, it's ETH3.
Mm-hmm.
On the shooting sim one, it's 0N. On the what was the fighting sim one, it's like I M3. And then on the dating sim ones, it's PR.
Can you give those to me one more time, please?
Yeah. So they're not in order. So TH3 was the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And then ON3 was, or sorry, 0N3 was the second one.
Mm-hmm.
IM3 was the third, and then PR was the fourth.
The one I'm PR? THE.
Prime. PRIM3 is prime.
Mm-hmm.
The one I'm prime?
0NE was
one.
the 0N3 was the first one, yeah. Or 0N3 was one of them, yeah.
I'm the prime one.
I'm the prime one?
You're
That's
very
a good
close.
guess.
It's one the prime.
Yeah, I knew it was the one prime or
Yeah,
the prime.
one the prime.
The player character is guessing every combination.
Every
except
combination,
the one
yeah,
the DM.
it's perfectly fine.
Yeah, Danny comes up and just says it.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah, it's like you would about like one, and then it'd be like comma the prime, right? Which is Ronan, having studied a little bit of ancient mythologies of the realms, would know is that the primus of Mechanus is often either called the one or the one and prime or one and the prime. Like it's some variation of that phrase, often just called primus in a simple statement. But you do get the sense that those four machines have pieces of that message on all four of them.
What if we
Alright.
play these machines in the order of the message?
Sure. Probably have to play them and beat them.
Yes.
So we said it was the one or one the prime.
One the
okay,
prime,
so
yeah.
the one machine first.
So just we'll say I've forgotten now the
Yeah.
order which
Okay,
machine was which.
we'll just play them and the order won't matter, Josh.
There you go. That is better. I think it was the fighting game was the
Sure.
0 and
All right,
3.
Kiv, are you better at shooting?
Probably fighting, honestly.
All right, Kiv. Show off for the stream. They love when you unbutton your shirt. They really liked when you did that last time. It's good for the optics.
Did he ever button him back up?
Oh, shit.
So as you approach the fighting game, Kiv, this fighting game is called Onimusha, and it seems to be like a sword dueling fighting game that has, like, from what you can tell, is not a big on like combos and just like bashing into people. It's more like deflections and attacks and fighting off your enemy like by deflecting and then striking at the exact right moment. But it is also the type of game where if you put in the right combination code, there is like Hadouken like blast from the character for some odd reason, and it's very flashy early, for its time. Street Fighter 3 had pretty good graphics for its time, and so it's kind of like that level of graphics.
Yeah, but what we're playing is legally distinct from Street Fighter.
1000.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
also the Onimusha is not a game that anyone's ever played before.
We're not stepping on anyone's.
That's a horror samurai game, if anybody wants to know. In the vein of Resident Evil.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, time to go to work.
So Kiv, you step up to the machine.
Load up.
So Kiv, the machine does require a credit. It has like a slot for you to put in a credit.
Anyone got any change?
You probably
Didn't
have.
we get-
Okay.
Didn't we get something?
I got a magic coin from a god.
Yeah, Danny got
I
a
don't
magic
think
coin
anyone
from a god.
else did, but
I mean, you have gold coins and things. You can try and see if those work.
Okay. Well, I'll reach into my pocket and see if any of my currency will work.
So you reach into your pouch and pull out like your gold coinage currency. Most of Terminus runs in a cashless economy because that's how corporations want us to live. But you do, just like any smart person, keep a little bit of cash on the hand. And you pull out a coin, and Kiv, your gold coin doesn't look like a gold coin anymore. It is when you hold it in your hand, it is spinning in your hand slowly like this, It's kind of see-through and
Oh.
translucent and blue, and it has one
Nice.
C carved onto it, and it is just spinning in place like that.
1 credit, baby.
No,
That's
I
sick.
placed my spinny credit into the coin slot.
It goes into the coin slot, and it goes player 1.
This is exciting. Okay. All right.
So now you
Do I
can
get to
select your
choose my
character.
character?
Yeah, you can choose your characters, and then you can choose whether you're playing versus CPU or versus someone else. But it does seem to be on the leaderboard. You have to like play through the CPU.
Okay. All right. So I'll choose whoever the muscle guy is in this game.
Okay. So the muscle guy in this game appears to be a very large, like half jaguar, half human. And they don't have like, whereas everyone else has like katanas and blades and swords, this one has like Wolverine style claws. And like his animation movement is just him doing a lot of like this with his claws, like guarding his face. It's like Vega from Street Fighter, but then bulky. So you can kind of select this character, and his name is Panthera, and you select it, and the game is like ready to begin. Player 1, fight. And you see like one of the CPU characters kind of appears on the screen on the opposite side of your character, and Kiv, you feel yourself sucked into the machine.
Oh, I knew this was coming.
And Kiv, as everyone else is watching, you like begin to play like Panthera, and then the other one, which looks like this lithe female, like ninjutsu style character, appears on the other side. You all watch as Kiv is like literally like turned into data and sucked through the screen. And Kiv, you are now Panthera. And you open your eyes and you are looking across a pixelated landscape, and you're seeing the other character on the other side of you. And you see above your head, like floating in the air, a green bar, and there's a green bar floating on the opposite side. And there's like, you can tell that you are in a 2-dimensional space that is trying to appear to be 3 dimensions. Like you can only move forward and backwards. But there's like weird construction everywhere. The way this battlefield is laid out is that you're kind of on a rickety bridge, and as you're kind of looking down, you're looking down into a spike-filled ravine below you, pulling straight from the original Mortal Kombat.
I was gonna say we've got like 6 games.
6 games merging together.
I know,
Tekken, we got some Street
Wow.
Fighter,
Yeah, it's like Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Yep.
It's so crazy that someone suggested Kiv go first. Wow. What a shame.
Yeah, I'm sure that he wasn't cannon fodder at all.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like, I am so lost. I mean, when I was growing up, the game we had was like 2 King Kongs throwing explosive bananas to each other. I don't know what's going on here.
No.
Oh, Harry!
All right. So Kiv, go ahead and roll initiative to see whether you go first or whether our ninjutsu.
If there's a Pong game, Rob can play it because I played the original when it came out. I got a Pong for Christmas one year.
13.
1974.
A 13. Okay. So the ninja is going to go first. So Kiv, just as a really quick rundown for you, you do not have access to Kiv's abilities and skills here. You can do 2 things on your normal. You can do heavy attacks or light attacks. You have stamina, and if you can do 2 heavy attacks or 3 light attacks on a round. The heavy attacks, if they hit, do a D12 of damage. The light attacks do a D6 of damage. So you do 2 heavies or 3 lights. Okay.
Do I roll with my hit modifier?
Yeah, you will use your hit modifier just for ease of use. The other thing is that if you score a total of 5 hits, you will build up your gauge, and you can unleash Kiv's or Panthera's ultimate attack, which does, if it makes full contact, 40-12 damage.
Damn.
Hell yeah.
All right. So this character, which I rolled for which of the characters you're going up against. So the ninja girl, so she's going to make 3 light attacks at you. She's throwing these Kikuri daggers in your direction. So the first one is a 23 to hit. Second one's going to miss. The third one is a 27 to hit. So Kiv, you take... you have a total of 100 hit points. 13 points of damage from her first 3 as she does this. And then she's going to move in your direction, and she's going to kind of take a reflex action. If you use 3 light attacks, you can do a reflex action, which gives disadvantage on attacks against you.
Say that again. Sorry.
If you do 3 light attacks, you can do a reflex action. And so now she can try to dodge your first attack.
So basically, 3 light actions does less damage, but it also gives you a defensive bonus.
Yes, gives you a defensive bonus. Cool. Yep. So she's kind of there in front of you. And like this is happening like battle thing. So she's making these dagger moves at you, and she's moving in your direction. So what does Kiv do on his turn? You can do 2 heavies or 3 lights.
I'm going to try to retaliate with 3 lights.
Okay, go ahead and roll 3 attacks.
3. That's a 24 to hit.
That hits. Did you roll a disadvantage on the first one?
No.
Roll another.
Well, a 24 and a 19. So
the 19 hits. That is her armor class.
Okay, all right. So we'll clear that. So that's 1 hit, right?
Yep.
25 to hit.
That hits.
And a 29 to hit.
That hits. So all 3 hit. 3d6.
3d6. Okay. 1, 2, 3 d6. It's 8 points of damage to the ninja girl. 8 points
of damage. Awesome. She's immediately going to do like as she's running towards you and you punch her. She is then going to slide into you with a kick and then do a flying uppercut up behind you. So these are 2 heavies coming your way. 25.
One at disadvantage? No? Can I use
the first one's a disadvantage. So that misses. The first one misses, but the flying leg kick, that's a 18 to hit. Or no, not 18. Sorry, that's an 18 on the die. That's a 22 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, so these are d12s. So that's only 10 points of damage from the second one, and she kind of flips back away from you and lands on the ground, and it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna follow up with the 3 lights.
Okay, go ahead.
29 to hit.
That hits.
Oh, this is gonna miss a 15.
That misses.
And a 32 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
So that's 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
Should okay, that's good. Oh, 6 damage.
6 points of damage. Okay.
I got a quick question for you, Josh.
Yeah.
The console that we're looking at.
Yeah.
Does it have control sticks on it?
Yeah, there's control sticks on it. Yeah.
All right.
But we don't get the win if you start playing it.
No, I get that, but
okay.
I'm just imagining if it's like Duck Hunt where you could control the duck. I know Kiv was using does it say player 1 above Kiv?
It does. It says player 1 versus CPU on the fight that you're seeing.
Okay. What happens if I mess with the player 2 stick and controls?
So as you're playing with the player 2 stick, a little flash pops up that says player 2 insert credit to join.
I remove my hands from the console.
Okay. All right.
Save that coin.
Yeah. All right, Kev, she's going to then swirl on you with like she's going to do a backhand swing with one punch and then try to like jab your chest with 3 lights. That's the first one's going to hit. Second one will miss.
Disadvantage. All right.
Oh yeah. The first one. So the first one misses. The second one hits. The third one, that's only a 17. So only one hits, 5 points of damage to you. And everyone outside of the screen can see like there's energy building up around the ninjutsu character, and it kind of goes and like explodes at that moment. She's hit her threshold for her ultimate is now available.
Oh, I wasn't keeping track of mine. Did I hit? I think I hit mine, right?
Have you made?
Said if you get 5 hits.
Yeah, I think you've made 5 hits. Yeah.
Yeah, I have. Okay.
So that goes to you.
That's
Kev.
it.
Yep.
Oh, it's my turn now.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So I can do my normal attacks plus my ultimate, right?
So if you do your ultimate, that takes up your whole turn.
The whole turn.
Do
I'll
it.
burn the ultimate. Why not?
Okay, go ahead and roll. This is a contested check to see if you can burn through her defenses with your ultimate.
Yeah.
She'll take some damage regardless, but see if she can take the full 3d12. So go ahead and it's just a d20 check.
That's a straight D20.
Just a straight d20.
Let me see. Here you come. Okay. Had to call on the dice gods. Oh shit. It's a 5.
She rolled a 2.
Oh shit!
So what does Panthera's ultimate attack look like in this fighting game? Thinking about this brawling
Think
fighting
like-
guy with his claws.
He'll like sort of rage, call on the spirit of the jungle, and a giant like energy panther will jump out of his
Nice.
chest and just like maul her with his claws.
All right, go ahead and roll 3d12.
Oh, 3d12. It's a lot of damage, Sully.
It's Sully's
Three.
helping.
That is 19
19 points damage. Nice.
points of
Not-
damage.
Not bad, not bad.
Above average.
Yeah, that's above
Average would be
average.
18.
Yep. All right. So she kind of reels back from the attack, and then she kind of rises up into the air, and you see this like falcon, like spirit falcon appear behind her, and she reaches forward, and all of the spirit falcon's wings turn into kikuri, like little daggers that fly across the screen in your direction. Go ahead and make a d20 check.
Time I won't pray to the dice gods because they gave me a 5 last time. Just pure. Ooh, a 15.
Okay, so also rolled a 15. And so what happens is we enter into, when you roll the same on this check, we enter into a moment where there's now contested fighting that's happening, going back and forth. You have the chance here, Kiv, to both dodge all 3d12 damage coming from her character, and at the same time deflect 3 of the blasts back at her. So we're going to make 3 contested checks here. The first one is with a d4. Go ahead and pull a d4 and roll a d4. You need to beat a 2.
Let's go.
Rolled a 3.
A 3. Okay,
Let's
so
go, gamers.
so go ahead and roll d12 because you deflect one of the first bolts back at her.
Yeah. So what, I like grabbed out of the air and just like
As
throwing
you're
it
like
back at her.
dodging
6 damage.
through the damage. Okay, so 6 points damage
Nice.
to her. Okay, the next one is with a d6. You have to beat a 2.
Let's go.
Let's go, Ronnie.
Oh, 3 again.
3.
Let's
Nice. Okay, go ahead and
go.
roll another d12.
Let's see. Just chipping away at her. Just chipping away. 12 damage on a
12
d12.
points of damage. Nice. Okay.
Lovely.
And then the last one is with a d8. Go ahead and roll a d8.
D8.
My D8.
D8 rolling great. D8 rolling 5.
Damn it! Rolled a 1. Go ahead and roll another D12.
Let's go,
so
Nice.
gamers.
So what? So like in normal game, this would be like doing the perfect like dodge block combination as somebody's pulling in a like a massive combo attack. So what does it look as Kiv is dodging all of these the wings of this bird flapping out and all these daggers flying in your direction?
I feel like he's just like flipping and like dodging out of the way. And as he flips, you see just a bunch of dust kick up. And then he comes up with like, he's holding some of the daggers and just like
Nice.
hurls them back at her.
Go ahead and roll your final D12.
I think I just did. I think I rolled a 6.
A 6. Okay. Good. All right. That takes us to your turn.
All right.
That's
What do you guys
the
get?
sub rule there. If you roll her exact AC, that same fight mechanic will pop up again.
Okay.
So let me know if I roll your exact AC.
Sure.
I haven't
Should I do
yet,
heavy
but yeah.
attacks or light attacks? Where's my, clicked out of my screen. I'll try a couple heavy attacks. We'll see if we can just finish this.
Finish her.
Mhm.
26 to hit.
That hits.
Wait, does she get
No, not.
And
She used her ultimate, so she didn't have a
20?
disadvantage.
Okay, 26 and a 25.
They both hit. Go ahead and roll
So those
2d12.
Oh man, 14 damage.
14. Nice. So everyone else on the screen is watching the life bars slowly go down, and her life bar looks about a third down. Like the green is much closer to the end than Kiv is. She's going to come back at you with 3 dagger throws, Kiv, with 3 light attacks. That is a 17. Misses. That's a 23.
That hits.
That is a 18.
That meets it.
That's your armor class. Okay. So on that one, you have the chance to dodge counter since she just hit your armor class. So this will be should one of those hit, you take 3 points of damage, and then go ahead and roll a d20, and she's going to try to beat your d20 check.
Where's the damage that we take?
You took 3 points of damage, yeah, from one of them.
3.
Mhm.
Roll a d20. An 11.
11. So that beats the 4 that I just rolling like crap. So go ahead.
Guard rolls.
Yeah. So it's a dodge counter. So go ahead and roll a d6.
The Josh dice are back, baby.
I'm gonna find.
We love to see it.
Where's the die
You're
that
fighting a guard.
Rob bought me? I'm gonna use this dice.
Oh no, a 4 on a d6.
4 points damage. Okay, cool. It's your turn. You have disadvantage on the first check.
I have disadvantage on the first one. All right, so I'll try 3 light ones then. That is a 19 to hit.
That is her armor class. So she's gonna try to dodge counter. Go ahead and roll another d20. You have to beat a 17.
20. You can't dodge my claws. Damn, it was almost a natural 20. It's a 2.
A 2. So you all see the claws strike out to punch, and like she deflects with this dagger and then just stabs out at you. You take 3 points of damage.
Lucky moves. I'm doing the video game narration as well.
Yeah.
All right, Rob, that's enough.
Yeah. You get 2 more hits.
I'm like eating a snack while watching you.
Alright. Let's see.
It's like Minecraft eating something.
Ooh, 32 to hit.
32 hits.
Alrighty then.
That's gonna leave a mark.
And
Mm-hmm.
23 to hit.
Both of those hit. So go and roll 2d6.
2d6. And he says, I'd love to see you bleed. Oh crap! 4 damage.
4 points of damage. All right.
All of that happened.
She's gonna kind of she's gonna uppercut you and then try to slam down at you from the top with both fists. That misses, and then this die is going far away. Both of them miss, and as Panthera dodges out of the way, you've got go ahead and make your next attack. You can either 3 heavy or 2 light or 3 heavy. Flip that. 2 heavy or 3 light.
Is there any advantage or disadvantage? Or just...
No, because she made heavy attacks on you.
All right, I'm gonna try the heavies then. Damn it! 14.
14 misses.
And a 14 back to back. What the fuck?
Miss both of them.
What is going
so
on?
she's going to flip around on you, and she's going to make 3 heavy attacks. First one, or 3 light attacks. Jesus.
Panther is just
Rob,
kind of
your
pointing
dice betray me.
Hey, where are my
Betrayed you or betrayed us?
They betrayed me. I just rolled a 3, a 5, and a 2.
Hell
I have
yeah,
more
Rob.
I have more dice.
You've also rolled some really nasty stuff.
I did.
With them. So
Last time I did. That's true. It balances.
Yeah. So they're the hotter. They're the type of dice that are hot or cold.
They're stones. That makes sense. So Kiv, you've got your round again. You can make 3 lights or 2 heavies. The first one will be at disadvantage.
Oh crap! I'm gonna try them lights again.
Chip away.
All of these dice are rolling like shit.
Fudge. 17.
17 misses.
Crap. Okay. What the fuck? 20?
20 hits. It's a D12.
AC is 19.
Yeah, that's a D12.
And another 20. What is going on?
Oh, you did 3 attacks. Okay, so these are D6s then, yeah. So
Yeah, 'cause the first
2D6.
six
Yeah.
Oh, 5 damage.
5 points damage. All right. So
How is your health bar looking?
Out of 100, 66.
you look pretty good. So you're also at, I think you've hit 5. So your next round, you could do your ultimate
Oh
attack
yeah, I
again.
forgot to.
She's going to do 2 more heavies on you. That one will hit. That's 20 and 23.
Yeah.
So you take 17 points of damage as she kind of punches you right in the throat and then uppercuts you with her elbow.
Mm,
Get her ass.
you're pretty tough. All right, I'll try my ultimate. Just a straight D20.
Yeah, tear off your shirt in the game. in the game.
Panthera's not wearing a shirt. What are you talking about? It's just
true,
rippling
true.
muscle.
Damn, what is going on? A 7. I need my physical dice.
It's a race to the bottom, folks.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Rolled a 4.
Oh,
So 3d12.
And the DM is winning.
Yes.
This is magical.
let's see. 21 damage.
You all hear in the arena of the game, you hear "finish her" pops up, and the ninja character is kind of like stunned from the blast. Kiv has the opportunity here to do a finishing move.
Ooh.
Let my BA start.
Do I roll anything?
So this is the way it'll work for finishing move, and this will add on to the score at the end. You're going to roll a series of dice, and if you roll max on any of them, the dice will explode. Okay, so go ahead and roll a d4 first. This is like putting in your button combination for a finishing move.
This is so cool.
4.
A 4, it explodes. Roll another 4.
Another D4.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Okay, so 6. Now roll a d6.
6.
It explodes. Roll another d6.
Nice.
Way to go, Ronnie.
Hey.
Wait,
2.
Okay, so that's 8.
That's 8.
Roll a d8.
Keep the streak alive. An 8.
Oh
What are the
my
odds?
god,
This is
he's
incredible.
insane.
Roll another d8.
Insane.
Let's see. A 5.
Okay, so that's 13.
That's 13.
And then a d12.
A D12. We skip the D10.
Yeah, we said
no
d10.
one likes those.
It's
even
because it's got
numbers.
the weird, like, some of them have the 2 digits on them, some of them don't, so we're skipping the
Well,
d10s.
I'm doing digital dice, so a 5.
Okay, so 5. So that's a total of 18,
Dang, that's
26,
crazy.
32. What's the maximum that you could roll on a d4? That's 10, 18. So you rolled above the potential maximum that you should have been able to roll on those 4 dice. So that is a ultimate finisher. So what does Kiv's ultimate finishing move look like? Or Panthera's ultimate finishing move?
Oh, man. I think he just, like, calls out, like, a whole, like, pack or pride of big cat animals, so like leopards and tigers and lions, and they all just like surround her and like jump her, and he says, "I'm the true king of the jungle," and then they just tear her to shreds.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Ronnie
So
was ready.
the screen
That's
goes.
very
Yeah.
very like 90s arcade.
It's super.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it
very-
is.
There was a game from the Sega generation that was like anthropomorphized animals fighting each other, and I need to remember the name of it because this is what it feels like.
I remember that.
So player 1 victory appears, and you all watch as like Kiv materializes back in the space of the arcade, and you're looking, Kiv, at the high score screen is tallying your score, and with a 32 on your ultimate finisher, you see the O in 0 in 3 drops to second, and there's a space for Kiv to put in his name.
Type in my name, get my cred.
And-
Top player in this game.
And all of you hear the sound of a machine next to the fighting machine start swirling as tickets begin to spew out of this machine. And Kiv, you earn 300 tickets.
Nice.
Ooh. Can't wait to go reclaim these.
Get one plastic army man with all this.
1 plastic
one
arm.
of those little sticky hands.
I have a feeling that if we get enough tickets, we buy the most expensive thing, which is a part of Prime.
God damn it, Rob.
What if I don't? What if I don't want the part of Prime? What if I want the sticky hand?
There's also a inflatable guitar.
Shit. Oh, hell,
Figure out a way to get out of
yeah.
here. Inflatable guitar.
I like it here. I don't know. This
Inflatable guitar.
place kind of fucks.
This
To be
place is
honest.
pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
The Airness reunion tour.
Okay, so all of you have probably been in Mechanus now for about an hour. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God.
What?
Never mind. I want to leave. Never mind.
You don't know anything that's happening yet.
I know. I'm saying I want to. You scared me, is what I'm saying. Oh, 20, baby.
Okay.
Let's go.
That's a success.
16.
16 is a success. 19 is a
How about you,
success.
Doc?
Ronan.
All right, Doc.
Oh, did Atwood freeze?
Oh, maybe he is frozen.
That's a
I'm frozen. Oh no.
very fun
No, you're not
space
frozen.
for Atwood to
Oh,
have
that's
frozen.
That's very funny.
All right, I'm back.
Oh,
Okay, a Constitution saving throw for Ronan.
What happened?
I thought you rolled so badly that you had to make a con, but
Do I really have to make one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you've been in Mechanus
Con
for
a
about an
joke.
hour. You just need to make a con save.
I got a 20.
Okay. got a 14.
14. Ronan. So everyone else succeeds. Ronan, you feel like as you're watching Kiv put in his name on the winning screen for the fighting game, you feel for a moment like a weird draining sensation in you. And that's all the effect is for right now.
Oh, that's not ominous at all.
Scary.
I know.
All right.
All
Does he
right.
tell it?
But you have
Did he
300
tell
tickets
anyone that-
and Kiv wins.
Yeah.
Does Ronan tell anybody that he experienced that?
Yeah, I'll be like, oh, I feel a little off.
Sarah G will check his vitals.
Okay, go ahead and make a medicine
Had
check.
breakfast today.
Medicine is plus 14
I did,
to a natural 19.
When did I last eat?
So that's a 35.
I think you guys
Wow.
ate at Tier's place.
No, excuse me, that's a 33.
33. So checking Ronan's vitals, it's very strange because as kind of a computerized representation of Ronan, it takes Sergi a moment to adjust to reading the vitals. But you can tell that something is off, like a slightly higher temperature than it should be. Like went from a 98.6 to a 99.8.
Feel
You might
hot.
be overheating.
It's not good.
Yeah, I don't
Let's
think
play the
this
other
thing
games
is,
real quick.
Okay.
I don't think there's water cooled in here.
Yeah. I will say from a Deem's perspective, you all can play the game simultaneously if you'd like to.
Hell yeah.
If you want to go split those up. So Ronan and Danny and Sarah G. So what was remaining was the shooting game, which is like the old, if you play like the zombie game where you have to like duck down and then shoot.
Oh, House of the Dead.
House of the
Hell
Dead. Yeah. And then the other one
yeah.
is like the crotch rocket racing game. And the other one is a dating sim.
Keep saying crotch rocket. Don't like it.
You don't like
said
you don't like
Danny,
crotch
Danny was taking the
rockets?
dating sim.
I said Ace wants to take the dating sim. I
Because
don't.
Ace
but-
knows
No.
dating sims.
Yeah, that's true. I do love dating sims.
Well,
gonna
it makes the most sense because with Danny gauging feedback from their stream and stuff, that I input this, I get this reaction. Makes
Yeah,
the
you
most
kinda-
sense for.
Kind of sighs, and he's like, "All right, I'll do it."
Sarah G's going to take the shooting game
The shooting game. Nice.
Nice.
So that
because
leaves Ronan.
Sarah actually knows how to shoot a gun.
That's true. Yeah. Sarah has a gun. It's never used. That leaves Ronan with the racing game. So you kind of all split up there. Kiv, your tickets say the Prime Arcade on them, and they each say 1 ticket redeemable at the gift shop. And so you've got 300 of those. So you all split up and head to your games. So what we'll do is we'll treat it as initiative rolls, and we'll do like the run round in each game as we go. So Ronan, Danny, and Sarah G roll initiative.
I again rolled a nat 20, putting me at
Nat
22.
20. Nice.
Jesus Christ.
19.
19. And Ronan, did you beat a 19?
You guys got cut off for a second, so hang on.
Okay, yeah, initiative roll. Yeah.
I got a 4.
Of course. So you did not beat a 19. You're rolling like
I got
me.
a rock.
All right. So you all kind of split up and go to your games. And Kiv, are you going to watch any particular game? Or are you going to walk around to all the games? Or are you going to explore while they're doing
I'm
this?
just gonna watch back and forth.
Okay.
See how they're doing.
You bounce back and forth between them. Good. So each of you get to your various different games. Danny, you get to your dating sim game, and it's called Sunsplash Gorge, and it's a farming dating sim. Sarah G, you get to your shooting game, and it's called The Duck Hunts You. And then Ronan, you get to your crotch rocket racing game, and it's called let me see if I can say this. It's called Nort.
Nort.
Mhm.
north.
which is Tron backwards.
Okay.
But we'll go for
I thought you were going to go with instead of Ridge Racer, Canyon Carver.
Canyon Carver. Nice. I was thinking of a midnight club and calling it like midday society, but that's fine. So each of you have you need to put in a credit to activate your game, and so you can each of you kind of pulls out a coin and puts it in. Danny, any particular coin that you're putting in?
I'm gonna put in the regular coin for now.
You're going to put in the regular coin for now? Okay. All right. So each of you put in your coin and the games begin. Danny, on your first round, you appear and there is this grandmotherly lady and she's saying, well, Danny, it's time for you to take over the farm. Just beware because the killer is wild in the woods.
The what?
And she dies. And then there's a cutscene and you appear on the farm proper and you're immediately approached by a handsome looking individual with long flowing hair and like a light beard. And like his art pops up, but it's a sprite character. And he says, welcome to the valley, sir. You're the new farmer of this town. If you can bring your farm back to life, then we'll be a successful town again.
Is there someone I can pay to farm for me?
Unfortunately, no. We have no paid labor in this town. There's only 3 businesses and there's 3 workers and everyone else just walks around town.
This place sucks.
What does Danny do? The first day of farming.
I get my 20 parsnips and I look at my farm and I go, wow, this farm fucking sucks.
So you go into the store, you go into a town and there is a marketplace there and you walk in and there is a portly lady behind the thing and she says, welcome to the town. You're here to buy some parsnips. That's great. You've got 100 gold. You can buy 10 parsnips.
Okay.
And as you're going to leave, there's a cutscene as a character like is running out of from behind one of the shop things, and she runs into you just as you're coming out of the store, and you smack into each other. And she says, my glasses, I can't see without my glasses. Have you seen my glasses?
Yeah, watch where you're going. They're on the ground, and I walk past her.
Oh my god.
Danny is not winning this game. All right, so you go back.
He actually sucks at the game when he's not in the personas.
So you go back and you plant your parsnips, you water them, and you go to sleep. All right, that takes us to Sarah G. At the start of yours, you put in the thing, and it says, the duck hunts you.
Growing up in an orphanage in the rough side of town, bring it on, duck.
Right. So as the screen goes dark and then it pops up and you're kind of seeing a first person view, you just see hands with a gun and there's a gun implement that you can use to shoot with, except the moment you start playing the game, Sarah G is also pulled into it. Sorry, Danny, you were pulled into the game. I forgot to mention that.
No, I figured.
And Sarah G, you become the hand holding the gun, and it's very familiar to the gun that you own. And you're looking at this like wide open plain. There's like this swamp land before you that's got waving grasses, and there's a friendly dog that bounds up to you. Whoop, whoop, whoop. And it like charges out into the field, and ducks begin to fly up into the air out of the field. What do you do?
I shoot the ducks.
Okay, you have 6 bullets. You can go ahead and roll 6 very, very quick D20s. And they're just straight rolls. Yep.
16, 2, 15, 14.
Okay.
10 and 13.
Okay, so as you're kind of boom, 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 3 of the ducks like quack, 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 and fall out of the air onto the ground, and the dog runs around and grabs it and then runs back up to you with 3 ducks, but the other 2 escape off screen. And then
I reload.
You reload. Perfect. Because there's another round of ducks going up. There's 3 ducks here. You can roll 3d20. What you notice at the end of each round is the light dims. So like it's a sunny day and now it's a little bit darker, like you're approaching a sunset.
Who's me?
17, 14 and 9.
Okay, one more of the ducks falls out of the air and hits the ground, and the dog runs around and comes back. And then you have 4 ducks at the end of your turn. Rodin, you put in the coin and you climb up onto the motorcycle and
on a crotch rocket. You've said it
on
every
your crotch
time.
rocket, and you kind of rev
You
the
got
engine or
onto the
whatever.
cock.
Yeah, you do. You got onto the cock. Nort begins, and it's like this heavy techno beat, and these like streaming lights, and you get sucked into it like a wormhole, and you are tearing through this wide open field, like a not a field, like a land mass, like a technological field, and you're on this like overbent crotch rocket that is leaving a stream behind you of energy. And you notice for a second that like as you're driving, the field begins to close in down to a line. And the first thing that you come across is this is a simple skill check to just make sure Rona knows how to ride a motorcycle, is a curve. And you get like these flashing like motions before there's a sharp curve. Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
13.
A 13. So you successfully turn, you lose a little bit of speed, but now you're going down a straightaway. And before you see these flashing lines on the ground that are arrows. There's 3 of them in a point. And then off to the side, there is what appears to be like a jump. Which one do you want to go for?
Well, I go for the jump.
Okay. So go ahead and make another dexterity check.
18.
18. That's a success. So
Nice.
you hit the jump, and you see that like you jump up onto a second level. So part of the track went down below, and then the other track, like it's like the track is being created by the computer system as you go, and you keep traveling down. The next thing you've got is there is a split that's happening, and you can either take the right hand or the left hand turn.
There's no distinguishable difference between the two.
They each have signs over them. So one says twist back, and the other one says rock walls.
We're gonna go for the twist back.
Twist back. Okay, so you turn on the twist back. I need you to make 3 very quick dexterity checks. They have increasing levels of DC as you go, as you're hitting into like a switchback 3 method thing as you're riding your bike.
Dex check or dex saving throw?
A dex check, just a straight check.
Okay. First one is a 13.
13's a success. The second one has a slightly higher DC.
That is an 18.
That's a success. The third one has the highest DC of these 3.
Yes, natural 20. That's a 23.
Natural 20. So very like the first one, kind of coming around the curve, you slide a little bit, but then the second one, you cut the corner, and then you cut the corner on the other one, like a perfect slaloming of your bike through this.
The initial
like,
D music kicks in.
initial D, the F0 X music, and you come out onto a straightaway, and you notice like a flashing thing in front of you as we're about to head to Danny's next turn that says tutorial section finished, race begins, player 2 enter course, and we cut to Danny. Day 2, you wake up. What do you do on the farm?
It's a dating sim, so I'm gonna go out and just go talk to all the characters that have actual sprites who are the dating people. If they don't have a sprite, I don't talk to them.
Okay, so you see the girl with glasses is walking around town. She's got a book, like she just came out of the library. You see another girl who looks like she's maybe headed to the beach or something. She's kind of wearing like a long sarong type outfit, and she's got longer hair, darker complexion. You see another individual who kind of looks like just your basic white chick, and she is she's like
oh my god,
she's like picking roses out of a rose bush. You see another guy that is like weirdly looks like he's kind of hunched over a little bit, like he maybe I don't know, he's got like a little bit of a hunch to him, but he's kind of this long kind of auburn hair, a bit like a bestial feeling to his look. You see another dude
The one.
who's got like a white shirt that's like long deep V onto like a red belt with black pants, and he's also heading towards the beach. And these are sprite individuals that you notice walking around.
I'll go for low cut shirt man. I'm weak.
Okay, so low cut shirt man. He said, as you approach him, you get your first cutscene with him, and he, instead of walking to the beach, you see him like suddenly in the cutscene, he is sitting like next to one of the houses, and he's playing around with this like shaggy dog, and he's like, "Man, I just want to be out on the ocean. The ocean sometimes calls to me. I think I see things out there, you know."
Ocean's literally right there. It's right there.
Right, but I'm so trapped in this town that I've got to be a part of. I just want to get out there into the ocean.
Do you have a job? Do you even have a job in this town?
No. Do I need to get a job?
No. So what's keeping you from just going in the ocean? Here, and I like go through my pockets and I take out like grass and hand him the grass.
The cutscene ends and you just see him walk away, and there's like a cloud over his head, and it's like angry cloud as he's walking towards the ocean.
What's wrong with these people?
Oh my gosh.
Shit.
You approach anyone else?
I like tab over to the heart menu and it's like 0.
Everyone's 0 hearts. Actually, he's like like his heart, like he has 10 hearts, and his first heart is like half black.
Oh no.
Oh god, okay. Nope, I think that's my turn.
Okay, so you head back to water your parsnips and go to sleep.
No, I'm gonna wait for these
Is there something
parsnips.
Kiv can do to like help on the outside? Can I like
what would Kiv try to do?
I don't know. Is there like a way to maybe I can give give his character like a nice outfit and to attract like a new.
So Kiv's trying to put in like a cheat code to change the outfit.
Kiv, go in the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're like messing with the buttons.
Shake the cabinet.
You scream and check the cabinets. Let's just see if like this is a Hail Mary check. If you can roll a 10 or lower on a D100, then we will say that Kiv can figure out a cheat code for this game.
Oh man. I forget how the D100s work. A 10 or lower? Let's see. Oh,
That's a 10% chance. It's not hard. You can just roll a D10.
Nah, I didn't.
Yeah.
I'm just matching buttons. Probably slowing down the processing speed, honestly. Just...
Danny, it's so weird. You go to sleep, but you feel like happening on your character and you don't know what it is, and then you wake up the next morning with less energy than you would normally start with. Sarah G, the next round of the ducks happen. The light is now like dusk level.
Okay.
And the dog runs out, and then like 3 more ducks fly up. You can roll 3d20.
Nat 20, a 5,
Incredible.
and a 19.
So with a nat 20, it's kind of like fanning the clip. And all 3 birds fall out of the air, and the dog rushes over and grabs all 3 birds and runs up to you. And then immediately you hear like the rustling sound of more birds getting ready to take off, except you see bursting out of the swampy ground 3 heads, gigantic goose heads, reaching up out of the ground and flying up and then squawking and chasing off in your direction. What does Sarah G do?
I pop each of their heads.
Okay, go ahead and roll 3
Double
3d20s. Yeah.
I got 6 rounds. Double tap.
Yep.
That's a 3. That's a 15, and that's a 17.
15 and 17 hits. Go ahead and roll. These are d6s. Go ahead and roll 2d6.
I'm going to pick my dice that doesn't have the hard to read. And that is a 3 and a 2.
Okay, so what you see is as you hit each of the 2 heads that you hit, they go weak and they fall down, and they've got like swirling kind of chickens over them or whatever. But the third head is reaching towards you, and it kind of reaches out because you stood your ground, and it bites out to you. And this is the first time you notice a life bar appears, and you have 4 hearts, and one of them poof, crushes and falls away. So on your next turn, you've got 3 hearts left. 2 of the heads are knocked out right now. Ronan, we come back to you as the game kicks off, and it said player 2 has entered into the arena. And so you're traveling down after the switchback. There is a directly in front of you, kind of a T junction pops up. No sign on these to kind of determine which junction is which, but this is a hard turn either way. Do you want the left hard turn or the right hard turn?
We'll do the left.
The left. Okay, cool. Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
That's a 13 again.
A 13. You kind of skid around and lose a little bit of speed, and you see suddenly like a cliff face on the side appears as you start going down this way, and you see a pink bike appear, and it has this long stream behind it, just like your bike does. And you just kind of see the driver of the bike in their helmet kind of turn and look over in your direction, and then speeds off a little bit ahead as they gain a little bit on you. The next section has either bumps that you can go over, or you can try to swerve between the bumps and dodge them.
I feel like going over the bumps is going to keep my speed up.
Okay, so this is then, instead of a dexterity check, this is an acrobatics check.
Okay. It's a 13 again.
A 13. So you clear the first one, and then you land so that you can hit the second one. Go ahead and roll another acrobatics check.
That's better. That's 17.
A 17. With the 17, you clear the second one, and you land on the downslope of the third one. So you pick up a little speed, and you see like the pink bike is kind of getting a little parallel to you. At that moment, she turns the bike and flies off the cliff and lands in like right next to you. And so now you are riding like pace to pace with this pink bike. Danny, we come back to you.
Okay.
Third day.
What
does Danny do?
I wake up. I'm like, I'm going to start cheating. I try to activate my Eyes of Charming magic device and see if it works in here.
You get like that sound like doesn't work. That's not on your toolbar.
Can you access your phone to look up the manual from the game?
I'm gonna try to go up to the mirror so I can change my appearance. See if it works. Beep, beep.
So you haven't unlocked the mirror feature yet?
This game, the early game is so slow and boring. It's crazy. I can't even afford the backpack. I'm gonna go to town again.
Okay.
And try to schmooze the locals again.
Okay. You see
maybe ineffectively.
The glasses girl, the kind of like hunchy beastie guy, the basic white chick who's picking flowers.
Okay, I'll go to the beastie guy.
Okay. Hey.
What's your deal?
I mean, I want to have a friend, but nobody likes me.
You want to live on my farm?
That's weird.
It's not weird.
That's a really weird question. I don't even know your name.
You can eat parsnips.
My
name is Danathan.
I don't like parsnips.
What the fuck is wrong with you? That's all I can buy.
The cutscene ends, and he walks away with like the little black
Jesus
cloud over his head.
Danny like takes his like pickaxe and is like tearing up the town now.
Oh no. Okay. So as you're tearing up the town, there's a moment where like your health was already low because of Kiv's machinations, and you run out of energy, and you collapse in the town, and the screen goes dark. And Danny, you are kicked out of the game.
Oh, what the fuck?
And you appear back in front of the game. What do you do?
I'm like, I'm gonna go over to Sarah's game until it's done.
You can try again if you want to try this game again.
No, Danny needs like a minute after that.
Okay, so you take a minute. We go to Sarah G's turn.
She's like pissed off.
So Sarah G, the gander is down to one head, but you can tell because like there's like 3 little chickens going over their heads, but then it goes to 2 little chickens, and then it's 1 little chicken. They're about to wake back up. What do you do?
I shoot it again.
Okay, do you just shoot the head that's awake?
I'm going to shoot the head that's awake and see if it changes anything.
Okay, go ahead and make your D20 roll on the one that's awake.
That is a 17.
17, that hits. You don't have to roll damage. The head goes out and it falls down, and the whole game shifts away from this locked focus that it's had on the field, and it's like it turns, and this is turning into like Tomb Runner. Like it just says run at the top. Sarah G, you start taking off. So there's a couple things in front of you.
I reload while I run.
You can reload while you run. There's a few power-ups along the way, but the path is different for each of the power-ups. So you can see one floating power-up has like a flame symbol on it. One of the power-ups has 3 bullets on it, and they're off to the sides. One looks like you have to like climb up to the flame. The other one looks like you have to jump across these bars to get to the 3 bullets, or you can keep running straight and there's no power up. What would you like to do?
I'm going to power up flame.
The power up flame. Okay, so this is
I'm going to cook that goose.
This is an athletics check.
Does inspiration work on her? Like if I cast inspiration on her?
Make an arcana check for me, please.
Okay.
Athletics. Nat 20.
Oh, amazing.
+5.
Hits the thing and pulls yourself up, and like you catch the rhythm of the climbing mechanism in the game, and you hit the top and you hit the flame thing. Your bullets are now flaming bullets for the next 2 rounds, so they'll do an additional effect with that. So now you're on the top level and you're running, and you just hear like the sound of squawking behind you as the goose is awakening. The game won't let you turn to look at it yet, and you just hear like the sound of like boom, 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 boom as the goose is getting closer and closer. And then off to the side, you just see like the CGI version of the goose like running off to the other angle, like it's trying to cut you off. You can, from this point, you can either drop down to the previous path, or you can go on this path, and it looks like it's going up a hill to the left.
Do I see any more power-ups?
Not in your vision here. And on the HUD overlay, it looks like there's space for 2 power-ups before like maybe the next power-up will override the previous one.
Yeah. Always snipe from the hill. I'll go up the hill.
You go up the hill. So as you're running up the hill here, you see like there's like flashes of lightning as a storm begins, and in the flash of lightning, you just see the outline of a giant goose like flying in front of you, like it's trying to circle the hill and come back down on the other side. And then you get to the top of the hill, and there is a space where you can go down the hill like normally, or a very, very steep sliding portion off to the right.
Oh, that looks like so much more fun.
Okay,
Let's do that.
You do that. I need you to make an acrobatics check as you hit the slide to make sure you don't tumble.
All right. I rolled an 18, by the way.
Not 1.
Rolled
you
an
have,
with the nat 20s.
Yeah. So inspiration doesn't work the same way here. What happens is Danny somehow hacks the code, and the game like goes back 5 seconds, and you can roll your D20 again.
Hell yeah. I'm hacking.
Hell yeah, Danny. That is what check is it?
Acrobatics.
11.
So you go to slide, and you don't see that there's a couple rocks that you have to dodge, and you kind of slam into them, and the rocks like boop, 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 and bleep out of existence, but one of your hearts goes down, and you're now at 2 hearts. But as you're sliding, you see a power up that looks like a 3-point spread, and you slide across that.
The irony of this is when I played Tomb Raider, the new version, there's things where you're sliding down things, and I suck at it's like I am drawn to the thing you're supposed to avoid.
Yeah.
It's like if the goal was to hit every single one of them, I would be the champion of the world. So this is
par for the
ironic.
course.
This is par for the course.
You're sliding down to the bottom. It's got like a slight ramp portion up. The 3 heads of the goose come up in front of that ramp, and they're going to bite down on you. You have a moment to shoot because you have the spread and the fire. You can hit all 3 with a D20 check that is above a 17 with 1 shot, and you have advantage because of the fire.
That is a 15.
Okay, so you hit 1. You can go and roll another check. You can hit the last 2 with a D20 check above a 17, and you have advantage.
Nope.
Okay.
Second
Can
shot.
I
and
hack it
third
again?
shot,
Third shot.
17.
17. So the last 2 go down. You notice that like your 6 bullets are all flamed. As soon as you reload, the flame will go away. So your next 3 shots will still have flame on them. So you'll have advantage with those 3 shots. But the goose, you hit and the goose falls down, and you hit the ramp and jump over it, and you can see the body of the goose there, like resting as you jump over, and you keep running straight ahead. And we go back to Ronan. Ronan, you are neck and neck with the purple rider, or the pink rider next to you. And there is a moment where you notice the canyon opens up into a large square chamber, and you can't see the distance here of like how far the chamber goes in front of you or off to either side. What does Ronan do as soon as they enter the chamber?
I was gonna say there's no way for me to split off and like right above the canyon.
No, so like the canyons kind of merge down in, and now you're just in like this wide open like space. Yeah. And you can move in any direction. You're not like winged in on either side by canyon walls.
I'm gonna try to get ahead of the pink rider.
Okay, so you're trying to pull further ahead. Go and make a dexterity check.
Really pin it down. Go faster. That's a 13.
A 13. As you tear off and go forward, the pink rider, the moment you peel off and go straight, takes a hard left turn and turns left. And you notice then like that smear of line that was behind her is forming a solid block. And so she's peeled off to the left. Do you keep going straight? Oh, Atwood froze again.
The connection bad. I don't know why mine's better than his. It's funny.
Are you closer?
Wired or?
We're both wired.
Oh, that is really weird.
Yeah.
Here he comes. Ah.
I fear of line that was behind her.
Yeah, so there's a solid line now behind her, a pink solid line behind her, and she's going off to the left. You're going forward. What would you like to do?
So she just peeled off like immediately to the left.
Yeah.
I don't like that. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to keep. I'm not gonna like chase her, but I'm gonna try to like swoop around and head her off.
Okay, so you kind of go up and forward a little bit and then take a left. So as soon as you take the left, she's traveling a little bit faster than you, and you notice that she must have taken a left and then cut right. And as you're heading, you notice that her line is right in front of you, and you are approaching it very quickly. What would you like to do?
Turn to follow, to
Okay,
turn away.
so you're trying to cut and miss hitting her line. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Tron.
Yeah, Tron. Tron rolls. It was either going to be Tron or Joust, and I went with Tron.
That is an 18.
An 18. You cut just right there, and now the blue line and the pink line are right next to each other as you guys are moving neck and neck with one another. As we go back to Danny. Danny, do you head back to your game?
Nah, not yet. I need to talk to Sarah. I need to talk to Sarah badly.
Sarah G's still in her game.
I know. I'm watching her. Well, and Kiv. Okay, so Kiv, you also saw Danny get yeeted out of his machine because he sucks so badly.
Yeah, so Kiv, Danny's out of the game. You're muted, Ronnie.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay, sorry. I'll help you up. Like, are you okay? That was embarrassing. Are you?
What do you mean it was embarrassing? Why would you say it's embarrassing? You know I'm embarrassed about it.
It was embarrassing. Okay, you can share my tickets. How's that? We can pull our tickets together, and I'll share.
Look, just whatever. I just can't do anything if I'm not doing the VTuber thing.
Well, just make it a VTuber thing. You want to try again?
I can't use it in there. No one wants to talk to me.
That's not true. Come on.
It is true.
You're a cool person.
The only reason why Sarah likes me is because of streaming. Ronan doesn't care about any of that, and the only reason anyone pays attention to me is streaming.
That's not true. I mean, I think you're a pretty cool person. We vibe.
What's cool? What's
right?
cool? What's the one thing?
Well, the fact that you're a techie, I think it's pretty cool. And I don't understand all this computer stuff, and you're a natural at it. So,
But is that enough?
it's enough for me, I think.
Ooh. Daniel.
The dating sim is working.
I was about to say, wait.
I mean, I think you're a pretty awesome person. That's all I'm saying. You shouldn't be so hard on yourself.
I feel like I'm wasting my time doing really unimportant stuff.
Well, I think so far everything we've done is sort of built up to important things. So
I want
I
to
don't think.
be different, but I'm scared to do that.
Well, you've done some pretty amazing things while you've been with us. There's no reason why you should be scared.
He like has his hand in the pocket and like takes it out, and it's got the coin there with the lightning bolt.
Yeah, it's still spinning in your hand like the other coin is, but instead of the 1C, it's just a lightning bolt symbol.
The only time I ever really felt like I made a difference was when I helped you. So.
And if it weren't for your help, then I don't know where I would be. So that's pretty brave of you. Pretty amazing. Should give yourself more credit.
I think I'll try. And he goes back to the machine with the other coin, and he's gonna.
Kid gives you a thumbs up.
Don't watch me this time.
So you put.
And he takes the coin.
You put Cord's coin in.
Yeah, I put Cord's coin into the machine.
You put Cord's coin in, and the moment it enters the machine begins to crackle with energy and lightning. And a lightning bolt flies out and hits you in the chest. And Kiv, you watch as Danny gets lifted off the ground by this lightning bolt and then sucked into the game. Danny, your eyes open, and it's the same.
You've unlocked everything.
It's the same game. It's the same game, but sitting in the same, like a sprite version sitting in your farmhouse. And then his image pops up. Cord just says, "God, I hate Mechanus." And that's where we'll pick up next week.
No. I hate Mechanus.
Good shit.
That was pretty
guys.
cool.
Good
I
shit,
love it.
guys.
Yes.
Oh, reboot takes me back.
Oh my gosh.
Being in the
Reboot's
game.
one of my favorite, like, I guess as a 90s
Love
baby. It's
Reboot.
just,
Warning, incoming.
I thought
game.
about having it as warning incoming game, but the imagery of an old classic 90s arcade was too much for me.
Yeah, no,
It
Should
turned
have
out.
been Ready Player One.
The only
I
good
love
thing
Ready
about
Player
One.
yeah.
But that was, and it's true because that's what it would say, like Joust, Ready Player One.
Yep.
Well, it reminds me of the Fantasy High arcade.
Oh,
section,
yeah.
which
It
I
is.
love. So.
Yep.
Very good.
Well, and I definitely Sarah G's game is Duck Hunt, but it's also that game where the like the
TV show one.
Yeah, but it's like where the train is chasing you the whole time.
Oh,
that game. It's the goose instead. Yeah, but it's Choo Choo Charles, but with the
Choo Choo
goose.
Charles.
And then Tron,
Choo Choo
but then mixed with like Ridge Racer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I need to find
I love
a life level, a life up
Mm-hmm.
on my run.
All right, I'm gonna go to bed. That was
Yes,
fun, John.
all right.
Yay,
I'm gonna
thanks,
go
guys.
hang out with my wife and see what destruction my new kitten has
Oh,
gotten
yay.
into.
Tell her I said
All right.
See you all
hi.
next
Send me
week.
hidden
Guys, have a
pictures,
good one.
please.
Yep. See
All
you
right,
all
will
next week.
do.
All right,
Bye.
bye.